Taking a look at Dogelon Mars Elon on the live stream. So, first of all, huge shout out to Marco on Twitter for shouting me out for making Dogelon Mars content. So, thank you so much. That was very unexpected. So, I do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you. I mean, he didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. So, it is greatly appreciated. And I just want you to know that I acknowledge that, and it's not like some sort of void. And oh, like I want to personally say thank you because that's awesome. Because you're also like, I see your posts $10 a day. Imagine doing that with $1,000 a day. That would be sick. But $10 a day and like always posting the chart like from Coin Market Cap, obviously your P&L on that like $10,000 a day for Dogelon, which is really cool. And always just posting about Dogelon Mars. The channel mostly talks about people coming here. We just do TA and stuff, but Dogelon Mars is a little bit special for me because I actually have this coin, so I actually still believe in it. But anyways, just wanted to get that out the way. So thank you so much. Now getting into the TA. A lot of the videos right now, like, sometimes I get comments on my videos and it's, you're so bearish, like that's FUD. And it's like, no, I have Dogelon Mars and like I'm using the power of sight and looking at like if it's bearish, it's bearish, but it doesn't necessarily, mean like, people get super offended when I say and when I make TA videos on Dogelon Mars saying that it's extremely bearish, because again, you look at the chart and it is extremely bearish, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, hey, if you ever were planning or if you want a dollar cost average down, like now is the time to buy, right? Now would be the time to dollar cost average and start or even start a position with Dogelon Mars. These are all opportunities, to get in at the lows, if you at least still believe in the coin. So it's not, but I'm saying that Dogelon is going to zero. I have Dogelon Mars. So, and the chart is bearish. So, when we eventually do turn bullish and we eventually, break up on out of here, then it'll be super easy to be like, hey, remember those times where we said, hey, it's bearish? Well, guess what? Now we get to say it's bullish because it's over these targets and these levels. So, with that being said, let's get into TA. Again, a couple things to indicate on here is that the moving averages on the daily time frame are flattening out, which means that there is a move coming. I do think it's to the top side, and the top side being this area of resistance at 709 to 6013. Keep in mind that would be around a 82 to 175% pump. On the downside, if the move is to the downside, we do have support, the next area of support, which is 704 for Dogelon Mars. So that is a pretty big move down, like 30% or something, right? 19% move down. Let's just hope it's to the up. Let's just hope that the move is to the top side. And on the macro time frame, Dogelon Mars is not bullish until we break 6 zeros 12 and 6 zeros 22, which clearly you can see that on the shorter time frame that 236 does coincide perfectly with our shorter area, our short time frame area of resistance at between 7091 to 6013. So long story short, we have a lot of resistance to break. We could still come back up to either of these levels, get stuck, and come back down. What I really want to see with Dogelon Mars is breaking through this area, consolidating in this area of resistance. That way, when we turn bullish again, we could get the next breakout, which should take us to 24, which actually that is the 382 from the high to the low. So that would be another major area of resistance that needs to break, which is 618 on the shorter time frame, 382 on the macro time frame. But I hope that all made sense. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for all of your support. And again, thank you so much for shouting me out, Marco. I really do appreciate that. And I will catch you guys in the next video.